Jett, did you just finish watching this movie?
I'll kill you. We did it again. The future is the future is truly set in stone. We've disproven free will here on the podcast.
We did it.
That's a bit for us. That's a bit for us.
Yeah. Sometimes we do bits for the show. Other times we do bits for us.
For ourselves, yeah. Now, okay, hold on. I just have to put this out there. The last time we did a movie based on a book, or at least that we know was based on a book, it was Ice Cube's
on this?
War of the Worlds.
He's still talking about this.
Yeah. And when we were recording, Jett, you started going into the themes and plot elements of the novel, which I had read back when I was 13. Now, as I was editing it and then quality checking it, and then after we released it, more and more as I listened to you go on about it, I was like, this sounds familiar, but it doesn't sound like War of the Worlds. And I literally don't know if you're messing with me, because I went back and read War of the Worlds, and it was not what you described.
What? Is it not?
No, it is actually quite an action-packed story for something written in 1890.
Yeah, it's like the first half is like it slowly is like approaching.
Well, no, it's most of the novel. The Spielberg movie is pretty accurate too, actually.
In a lot of ways.
Yeah. So to avoid that, I went ahead and actually read Minority Report.
Did you really? What the hell?
Watching the
by
movie.
Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, by Philip K. Dick.
I have not read Minority Report. I've read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, which I think is Dick.
Is what Blade Runner was based on, yeah. Roger, let's do the intro.
Let's do it! Hello, listeners, and welcome back to the podcast where we watch a movie and dare to ask the question, does everybody run, though? We are three unpaid interns, that's important, who have been locked away in a basement somewhere in Hollywood and forced to turn out sequels to movies that nobody asked for. So grab some popcorn and maybe a hard hat and your favorite pair of eyeballs to join us on the ground floor of Sequel Factory. I am Roger.
I'm Jett.
And I'm X.
Wonderful stuff. I think up top,
I need to reread War of the Worlds.
Okay, y'all are making me feel bad. I'm 33 years old, and I just last weekend got my first library card. So let's stop talking about books.
Read your first book yet?
I did check out my first book.
What'd you get?
Do you really want to know?
I do.
Yeah.
Twilight.
It is called Peter Watts, A Dictionary of the Old West.
Why?
I have a plan.
It's very on par.
I have a plan to start a Twitch stream where I cosplay as an Old West cowboy and I read tarot cards for people online.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think it'd be really funny.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I thought so too. So obviously, just given the context, given the name of the episode, you know what we're watching. Here's what we're not going to do. We're not going to call the title of the sequel Majority Report. It's not going to happen. You have my promise.
Minority Spreadsheet. Minority Soft Excel.
Anything else?
Minority Numbers. That's the Apple equivalent of
Minority Microsoft Paint.
Excel.
Minority Snoreport. They can read people's dreams.
X, what were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. I was just going to go into the movie. 2002, Minority Report.
Yeah.
Starring Tom Cruise, Colin Farrell, and Samantha Morton.
I didn't watch this movie for a long time because it had Tom Cruise in it. I assumed that it wasn't good because it had Tom Cruise in it. This movie's good as hell.
It's a good movie.
It's Steven Spielberg, John Williams score. Good as hell.
I'm not going to defend
Tim Blake
Tom
Nelson.
Cruise. I'm not going to defend Tom Cruise's personal life or his beliefs or anything like that.
I will.
He is good in most of his movies. I don't know why people have like something against watching his movies. They're almost always good. I mean, there are a few stinkers out there, but like
there are a few stinkers.
What I did.
I get excited when he puts out something new.
What I didn't know
I get excited when he puts out.
This movie would have the white guy from Falcon Rising in it.
I was gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, he's like the antagonist cop or whatever.
Yeah.
Neil
McDonough from Paul Blart Cop 2.
I haven't seen either. I haven't seen any Paul Blarts. So.
Oh.
I listened to a podcast
we
of the
can't...
McElroy brothers.
Yes.
Oh, Till Death Do Us Blart.
Till Death Do Us Blart every year. It's amazing.
I don't want to talk about those three boys. I want to talk about the one boy in this movie who is good at his job until his job makes him bad.
Okay, here.
Tom Cruise?
That's the one.
So, just a quick little insight into the little novella that this is based on to give you kind of an idea of this movie. Because the plot's almost exactly the same with a few slight differences, such as Anderton, Tom Cruise's character, is the founder and creator of PreCrime, not not Lamar Burgess. His wife plays a bigger role in it, and it's implied that she kind of had something to do with planning the setup or whatever. And then there's like a military faction that is actually behind the whole setup and everything. And man, I hadn't seen this movie in a while either. And so that's why I decided to read the novels to kind of compare. But the one thing I did remember about this movie is Tom Cruise running from other cops. And looking at it from the lens of 2025, I'm kind of like, man, what this movie doesn't take into account is the idea of ACAB, right? Which is, in its simplest terms, just means that even a good cop protects a system that allows bad cops to get away with bad things, right?
So true.
And I don't find it believable that Neil McDonough's character is so gun-ho about arresting Tom Cruise or any of the cops on his team.
Yeah, because the fact that they all really believe in it rather than just they were immediately like, oh, well, we're scratching this one from the record. So the basic bit is there's three psychics in 25 years in the future. When it was released, it was 50 years in the future.
Yes.
There's three psychics that get visions of any time someone is murdered. So this police faction forms where they hook these psychics up to computers and they use them to predict murders before they happen so they can run in and arrest the murderer-to-be before they commit a crime. They call this PreCrime, and they sentence these people as if they committed murder even while saving the alleged victims. This is all thrown for a big tailspin when Tom Cruise's character... who's a hotshot cop for the PreCrime department.
He's the chief of police in this department.
Yes.
Which is the only policing department in DC.
He sees himself in one of these future visions murdering someone that he does not know and immediately goes on the run from his own department, essentially his own friends and teammates, to try to find out the mystery behind his eventual murder that he commits before he commits it.
Yes.
Inadvertently ending up in the circumstance in which he commits the murder, but then he chooses not to and finds out that there was a whole conspiracy where he was set up from the beginning to
prevent the discovery that this whole system was
built on
founded on an actual murder to get one of these precogs, right?
Yeah, basically one of these precogs, it was thought that she was born of a nobody, but then the nobody recovered and was like, hey, where's my daughter? And they're like, oops, we did kidnap your daughter and put her in a hell machine to use her for crime stopping against her will. And so the founder of this is the big twist of the film, the founder of this whole operation commits a super sneaky murder cover-up on this Precog's mother
because she is the most talented precog, right? Without her, there is no system.
Right. Yeah. She's the key.
Even though there's two other ones, she's the one that kind of is the connecting tissue that makes the system work.
And they don't know how to get more of these guys anyway, so if something happens to one of these, if one of them is pulled out, the whole thing crumbles.
Well, no, they definitely do know how to get more because the three of them, the twins and her, were experiments.
But it was
all the other experiments died. But they could definitely replicate what they made.
Yeah, they just have to put a bunch of people through terrible experiments, which maybe is the idea. If this, founder of this thing can justify this system on a national scale and keep it going, eventually the nation will rely on it and will sacrifice people in order to try to create more of these crimes in the name of the greater good. But basically, Tom Cruise uncovers the conspiracy. They tried to throw him under the bus because he was getting too close to uncovering the truth. So he was like framed, set up. He tried to get like basically tricked into doing a murder so that he could be put away forever. But he manages to get out of it and defeat the bad policeman.
Yeah. The director of PreCrime.
Yeah, free the psychics, close the PreCrime department, so on. But most of the movie is just Tom Cruise on the run from the law.
Yeah, running. And he doesn't do the Tom Cruise run. This is before he developed the whole arms thing.
His arms
Now, you might think that the director of PreCrime is setting up Tom Cruise because he doesn't want his to be arrested for murder, right? That's what would happen. Mm-hmm. But in reality, it's just because he wants... PreCrime only exists in DC in the movie, right? And he wants it to expand nationwide and secure his legacy, which is the whole reason why he does this.
Because that's the thing, is like the pre-crime department is very successful in universe. Like there are like no murders that happen anymore.
6 years without a murder.
DC is the safest city in the world at this point because they
when it comes to
murders. Mm-hmm.
Right.
But they even say that like assault and all that stuff still happens. That these precogs could see it. Well, no, the precogs can see other things, but they prioritize murder.
Ah, okay.
It's more vivid. They get more details through the murders because it's more traumatizing, right? Which is pretty fucked up. But now, one thing the movie does, the book was released in like 1952, which is why I think this takes place in 2052 or 2054. It was released in the 50s, and boy, does Philip K. Dick, probably without really knowing it, lean into ACAB, because the main character, Anderton, he's framed. Halfway through the story, he's like, should we even still have pre-crime if someone innocent like me can be convicted for something that they didn't do and definitely won't do?
Yeah.
But by the end of the novel, he decides to kill a man to protect the institution that he built, which is literally why like BLM exists, right? Is because cops are willing to do really fucked up things to secure their power. Yep. And now in the movie, he makes a decision not to kill the guy, right? He chooses the right path.
He's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
If given the choice, Tom Cruise is gonna be a good guy cop.
And I think the movie does a pretty good...
He would never go above the law.
I think the movie does a pretty good job of taking the moral high ground for his character anyways. Yeah.
Wait,
while still telling a very compelling story.
He definitely, I mean, like, it's inadvertent, but he does kill that guy.
Nah. The guy's death is orchestrated. The guy kills himself with Tom Cruise. Of course, he wouldn't have
he uses Tom Cruise as a weapon.
Go there anyway.
Tom Cruise doesn't kill people. People kill people with Tom Cruise.
That's so true.
So, like,
new slogan
in the movie,
of the Church of Scientology.
They're gonna sue us. You can't say that.
Yeah, Jett. What are you trying to end this podcast before it even starts?
They don't need to, because I endorse the Church of Scientology. Go get your engrams balanced or whatever the hell.
Wish I knew more. I could join you on this bit.
So Tom Cruise in the movie, he does end pre-crime, right? That's his goal. He ends it. At the end of the novel, he saves it, and then he gets exiled to Mars.
Huh? Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Really? So, Philip K. Dick also did Mars in...
Total Recall.
He did Mars in Total Recall, too? He does Mars in Blade Runner, in the original Blade Runner novel.
Yeah, they have different colonies and stuff. But
And that's just always a thing. He just always has people also living on Mars, huh? He really thought that happened.
Yeah, you thought we'd be there by now. Fun fact, this movie was supposed to be a sequel to Total Recall.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't think the books have anything to do with each other, but they just wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger in another Philip K. Dick movie. So
If there's one
luckily that
thing-
didn't happen. But
If there's one thing that's unchangeable, there's two things that are unchangeable about the future. There will definitely be some kind of effed up police department doing weird crime stuff,
yeah.
and we will be on Mars.
Oh, absolutely.
Undoubtedly.
And they're not totally exclusive. There will be fucked up police departments on Mars, especially if what's his face gets us there first.
Oh, if Elon takes us to Mars?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a police state the second it starts.
Police planet. We're renaming Mars.
No, Philip K. Dick is not traditionally particularly fond of carceral
Authoritarianism.
sort of authoritarian punishment. You know, Blade Runner is also basically about, like,
What gave you that idea?
you know, just unquestioningly killing people that the system claims are, you know, invalid in their existence, you know?
Yeah. No, in the novel, you know, he kills the guy who set him up
Mhm.
in order to save PreCrime, and it goes into a whole convoluted thing about paradoxes.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, technically the Precogs were right. Like, the Minority Report was correct because it assumed I was going to kill a guy. They just got the reasoning wrong. And so even though I killed a guy and we didn't prevent it, we still proved that Precog works. And
Right.
yeah.
Which is kind of like, that is presented as a moral dilemma to the antagonist of the film at the end.
Yeah.
Of like, if you kill me, Tom Cruise, you will prove that PreCrime worked, and your legacy will be cemented, but you'll go to crime jail.
Crime jail.
Yeah. As
I don't even have to
opposed to
talk about that
actual
one.
jail, where it doesn't really matter what you did.
Yeah. Okay, so just this movie, I really like this movie.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because of the visual elements, right? I really like what the cinematographer did with the like overlit sets and like washed out white balance and everything.
It's an
Mhm.
incredibly grounded film on the special effects side of things too.
Yeah.
For a film in 2002,
2002, yep.
it's looks pretty impressive.
Looks pretty
Mhm.
good.
We should explain what the titular Minority Report is.
Yeah. So I actually I'm not sure if they go into it like in super detail in the movie. Like, he goes to meet the woman who like experimented on all the
Yeah.
precogs, and she kind of explains that the Minority Report is
It's like sometimes one of the precogs disagree with the other two.
yes.
And then that report is the Minority Report because it's in the minority,
Mhm.
right? So they always go
Yeah.
by whatever the majority of the precogs say is the future when they disagree, which draws into question the entire thing. Like, if sometimes one of the precogs disagrees and says something else is going to happen, is the
Mhm.
future actually set? And can we actually incarcerate people based on an unreliable thing?
Yes.
And the conclusion, I'm sure, of the film, and probably the intention, right, of what you're supposed to believe in the novella
Mhm.
is, no, we should not do that. If there is a chance, even if it is a minority chance, that we are going to punish an innocent person, we cannot do that. It is better to let a guilty person go free than to punish an innocent person, which I totally agree with.
What's crazy is that that's where your mind goes, right? If you're a
Mhm.
reasonable person, that everything you just said is what you would think when you hear that there's a Minority Report in which one of the precogs sees something different.
Mhm.
However, in both the movie and the novella, the Minority Report doesn't matter, because in the movie itself, he finds out that the Minority Report was incorrect, right? Like, she
He
saw
finds out
the
that there
same thing.
wasn't one about him
Yeah.
and his murder.
Yeah. And that the actual titular Minority Report in the movie was about her mother's murder.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas in the novella, it's there is a Minority Report, but the Minority Report in the novella is essentially like he might not do it, and in reality, it's because he kills the guy a different way. Right. The guy was never supposed to die because the guy set him up. The guy he's supposed to kill in the novella is the head of the military who wants to take over PreCrime, or not even PreCrime. He just wants to take over the police state and have like total control over policing. And so Anderton is going to kill that guy. He just does it differently than what the other two Precogs saw.
I feel like it's significant that it's titled that despite it not being a major element of the story. Because I think they want you to be thinking about the concept of the Minority Report. They want you to be thinking about essentially the presumption of innocence. And that if there is a reasonable doubt that someone didn't do it or won't do it, you have to go with that. You can't,
And if you look at it in that light too, it's the whole thing about our judicial system and how we use a jury of our peers, and you have to have, or you can't have a reasonable doubt in order to convict someone, right?
Right.
Huh?
Like you have to be able to have some sense that like maybe it didn't happen the way they said, right?
Yeah, like it
and in
has
this
to
case,
be
it's not gonna happen the way they said.
It has to be so likely that it's true, that we go with that. If there is a reasonable doubt where it's like there could be other things that this could be, you have to, toss out the case. Like, we don't have proof. We can't punish that person. So that's kind of a little bit what Minority Report is about. It sounds like the novella goes harder on it, though, than the movie.
The novella definitely takes a hard turn, for sure, at the end.
The movie plays with it, right? Like, that's all elements of it, but...
I mean, the first, little field trip that he takes out into the real world to, stop a crime from happening, you realize that the not the Minority Report, the report, I guess, is fallible, right? Because the
almost
criminal
doesn't stop the murder,
doesn't close the front door, which changes the amount of time that Tom Cruise's character is given to stop it from happening.
See, when I was watching the movie, they go through that whole thing and they build the suspense that maybe he's not going to stop the murder, but also at the same time, it builds that deniability that you're not sure if the guy's actually going to go through with it, right?
Yeah.
Because you can see him struggling with the idea, but then you also see the scene playing out as it did in the vision. But there is slight doubt that he's going to do it until Tom Cruise barges in the room and tackles him. And then immediately after, a bunch of the cops barge in through the ceiling.
Yeah,
I don't know. Another difference is that in the movie he kidnaps one of the Precogs, right? He takes the girl who is the strongest of them, and she kind of helps him evade capture and then find the dude that he's supposedly supposed to kill, who in the movie is suggested to be the guy who kidnapped his kid. We have flashbacks that he had a kid, and his kid disappeared at the public pool, which is why he started PreCrime, which not a murder. At least, he can't prove that it's murder. His kid was kidnapped. So it's weird that he starts a whole division dedicated to stopping murder. But in the book, he doesn't take one of them. He goes back to get the Minority Report, and he gets the report, right? And then because ACAB, he convinces everybody with his word, simply his word, that I have proof that's going to exonerate me, and everybody goes along with it. And then they let him kill a guy, and at the end, one of the cops literally says, "That poor man." And you're not sure if he's referring to the guy he just killed or Anderton.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah. Also, Philip K. Dick famously, I'm pretty sure, had Asperger's or something like that. He's on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah.
And he is not kind in his words to in describing the Precogs at all.
Oh boy,
it's pretty messed up, but pretty on par for the 50s, I guess.
Yeah, well, they were in the novel. They're supposed to be like mutants, like real
well, they use the
freaky level of different. person.
They simply use the R word to describe them. So.
Philip, you can't do that. That's what we call a dick move.
A Philip K. Dick move.
Yep.
The name of the sequel. I've been sitting here quiet thinking, one of these has to be the name.
So, a lot of cool elements in the movie. Obviously, they stray pretty far from the book to make a 2.5 hour long movie. I mean, it ends with PreCrime being done. The Precogs are hidden away somewhere where they can live in peace.
Yeah.
And Anderton becomes a normal cop. I don't actually remember.
Yeah, he goes on to live his life. In one of the final shots, we see him hugging his wife. She is pregnant. They plan on having another kid. He goes on
to do normal policing, something which only catches guilty people.
Yep.
Yeah, people who have proven to have done crime, as opposed to the idea that maybe they might.
Like, the thing is, the idea of, like, pre-crime, the problem with it, I feel like, is only that they still incarcerate the people that they catch.
Right. I mean, this isn't what the podcast is going to be about, I don't think. We can agree that you shouldn't incarcerate someone who hasn't committed a crime.
No. But, like...
No, you can't imprison someone for thinking about it, you know?
If you could stop people from getting murdered, and then say, we gotcha. Don't do that.
And, like, maybe put them in, like a drunk tank for the night. Be like, hey, if you try it again, we'll stop you again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be worse for you.
Like send out a social
therapy
worker
or something. Yeah.
Send a social worker like, hey, you're clearly going through something right now. Let's get you resources to better yourself.
We don't even know how long it's assumed forever, right? Like, these people are dangerous and we're never going to set them free. And instead they get to live in a chamber where they watch the murder they didn't commit play out over and over again.
Is that true? Is that what happens?
Well, yeah, that's the whole thing.
I didn't catch that part.
When he goes to see the prison guard,
and
he shows,
right.
And he's like looking
Tim
for
Blake Nelson.
John Doe to get the murder for the Precog's mother or whatever.
Yeah.
And he finds out about the eyes. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They're just sitting there watching the Precog visions play over and over again.
See, I don't know why I thought those were their dreams. I wasn't paying super hard attention.
If there wasn't the issue of having to plunge, I suppose, the mentally disabled into, like, an eternal murder hellscape dimension to predict it, maybe there'd be something to this. But not for, like, pre-stopping pre-crimes. What we need is prehabilitation.
What we need is a hyper-intelligent AI to tell us when to arrest people.
That's already... I think that's what Psycho-Pass is about. It's an anime.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time.
Anime podcast. It's a movie podcast, so we can steal from anime.
Movies have never been animated.
Yeah.
I can't think of any Western media that's done that so far.
Well, we can do it now. That's actually a pretty good idea. You know, without the Precogs, they're trying to develop something similar, right? Something a little more ethical, quote unquote. And so they develop an AI that predicts murders. Maybe it doesn't have to be murder this time. Maybe it could be something else. I feel like this system would be far more useful if they did stop, like, sexual predators or something, you know? Like,
yeah.
I mean, murder is bad, you know, but, like, obviously
I can't wait to hear the rest of this sentence.
No, obviously you can't convict someone who didn't commit murder, but
right.
Like, a sexual predator is someone you probably should get off the street, right?
We need to try to
like
into
therapy or.
What did you say, Jett?
We need to try to extrapolate the concept, right, of the pre-crime thing. Like, what realistically? Because I don't want it to just be that, like, in universe they just go back to doing it, right? There has to be something that, like, people try to iterate on to be like, okay, well, pre-crime didn't work, but maybe we can adapt some of those elements of technology to do this thing or that thing. And then that probably also has problems with it.
Well, what you're suggesting would just be like Oliver Stone's Wall Street, but with with an AI that predicts stock futures.
Right.
Because that's literally all people would do with that.
But there's something about like the precogs, like it's not predictive, right? Like they are like seeing through time, and like violent crime like sends larger waves back through time because people are dying.
Right.
Okay.
Well, maybe they change it so that instead of
wait a
bad
second.
feelings, it's good feelings.
What? We're predicting the biggest party of the year.
We have a slice of life, sort of cozy fiction film about the precogs in their little cabin, predicting like a nice bowl of ice cream that one of the other ones is gonna have tomorrow.
Whenever the ice cream truck stops by.
Oh. The precogs never miss the ice cream truck. They are there on the curb, cash in hand.
They don't leave our podcast to go get ice cream because they know when it's going to be there. They're waiting.
Man, they predicted the cancellation of the Choco Taco, and they put a stop to that. So there's still Choco Tacos in this universe.
Well, that would be a sad feeling, Jett.
Right.
Choco Taco's great.
What were you going to say, Roger?
Okay, so
I'll kill you. And I will go to jail for it.
Yeah.
I was saying the cancellation of the Choco Taco is a sad thing.
Oh, okay.
Not the Choco Taco itself.
Okay, I thought you were being mean about the Choco Taco. We were going to fight.
Earlier, Jett had said how the precogs can only kind of detect the bigger, I guess, emotional chrono waves, as we're going to call them.
Yes, That is what we're going to call them.
Yeah. What if, while they're all at this cabin, they're all asleep, right? It's nighttime. And then all three of them kind of sit up in their beds and they're like, did you? I did. Me too. And you? Of course so. And then like, that's just like the opening scene. And we see Tom Cruise's character kind of going through his day. And then he gets a phone call and they're like, duck. And he's like, what? And then he gets like tackled or something. But then we find out that they all had a dream about the end of the world. Like, it is apocalyptic. It is the biggest, like, most deaths in one moment that has ever happened.
Oh. Okay, so what it is it's Tom Cruise trying to aided by Agatha Lively, who's the lady precog, being aided by Agatha, trying to use what future visions she started to get to find the culprit to the sort of like this apocalyptic event before it can happen. All the while, whoever he's chasing seems to be able to predict his movements and is setting traps for Tom Cruise before he gets to the places where he's going to. Because the bad guy faction, they have bioengineered their own precogs that they are using to engineer the end of the world. So it's like a battle of the precogs of different agents sort of trying to stop Tom Cruise before he can...
Fear that we're teetering into the sequel we made for Inception.
We are.
Oh, wait. I
thought it was familiar. Oh, no.
Yeah, it was Interception, and...
but that was cool, though.
I'm sorry.
Can we take it again? Can we do another one?
Well, we have to really bank on the idea that no one's going to listen to Interception.
I want to do another one.
See, when you were going the end of the world route, Roger, I was imagining Tom Cruise. It's, let's say, 16 years into the future. He has a teenage son now. He also had a daughter who's not too much younger. Cool. And then the precogs call him up. They're like, hey, something's about to happen. And then the next thing we know, lightning. And lightning and lightning and lightning and lightning, and then tripods emerge from the bottom of the earth. And he must go on the run with his two kids. And,
and they find Harrison Ford in like an old nightclub.
He's doing the second Blade Runner.
Oh, I see. I was like, what?
Which is a really good movie.
Man, Arnold Schwarzenegger can be there.
Oh yeah, he could be like the governor of something. I don't know. Mars, maybe.
And
maybe we can go to Mars.
He was Mr. Recall. And
Sure, yeah.
they all you know what? Maybe they all have to team up to stop Mars from getting destroyed. So they all have to go to the shared Blade Runner, Total Recall, Minority Report, Philip K. Dick Mars colony and find out who's about to kill Mars.
God, does it count as a crossover?
If it's all written by the same guy?
Yeah.
No, it all takes place in the
boy.
same universe. Why not? I mean, mine was a War of the Worlds bit, which isn't, but yeah, the
Isn't
rest
Philip
of
K.
it.
Dick?
What if Tom Cruise's daughter is on Mars? And Mars is at risk of blowing up or something.
The tripods are from Mars.
Yeah, no, you're right.
This
Yeah.
is all.
Maybe
it's
the
all
Martians
connected.
are pissed. You know, they've been living in their subterranean city. The humans have come, started messing up the top surface, and so they're like, not on our watch.
And see, the Martians, what we don't know is the Martians actually experience every point in their timeline at one moment. So now we
I
can.
don't think Roger's gonna get that.
We can get
reference.
Slaughterhouse 5 in there. We can even connect it to Arrival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I haven't
Which is
seen
the same
Arrival either.
concept. And the Arrival guys they do walk on 3 legs. What is it?
They do. Yeah.
The what's a pods from Arrival, I think, are 3-legged.
Yeah, and that's also the same
excellent.
director as Blade Runner 2049. Wow, we're making so many connections today. Roger, you have to watch Arrival and Blade Runner 2049 if you haven't.
I've seen that one. My favorite
Okay.
part is God damn it!
Oh yeah. Who
Movies are
doesn't love
awesome.
Ryan Gosling screaming?
That line
Bloody
for some
murder.
reason made me laugh so hard the first time I watched it. And it's such an emotional scene, but I was like,
Yeah.
why'd he do it like that?
Okay, so the precogs are predicting something really bad happening.
Like
Mars.
super big, lots of death.
We can decide based on if we're able to get the rights, like to
Mars?
CGI youngify Arnold Schwarzenegger, and get hair.
Oh,
Hey,
Depending
he
on
did
who
it-
we can cast, we can put as much franchise in there as possible. That's not important. The point is they're going to Mars.
So hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger let them do that to him in all of the Terminator sequels, so I'm sure we won't have an issue.
He's never said no.
Yeah, I don't actually know the plot to Total Recall.
Arnold has never
but-
said no.
He gets his memory. It's like a memory.
Okay, so it's
thing.
that one, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It is on Mars, right? Hold on.
No, Total Recall? I don't think so. But there is Mars, I'm sure, in it.
There's at least one
No,
Mars.
it is. It's
Mars
in
mentioned.
2084. Mars is a colonized world under the tyrannical regime of Vidlos Kohagen. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah.
So all the memory stuff is going on Mars. And
Ooh, the precog system wasn't outlawed on Mars.
oh, so Mars has precogs. Here's a thought experiment for you boys. Maybe we can pull something out, because this is what Philip K. Dick does, right? Is he takes a moral dilemma and he makes a whole thing out of it. And this involves both murder and altered memories.
Minority Report or just our sequel?
No, this concept that I'm about to say.
Sure. Right.
Thought experiment here towards arriving at what the 47-minute mark, anyway.
Well, we're at 43, but yeah,
Ho late starters.
someone's in the future.
I am.
What's it like over there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can you tell me the next time I'm gonna shit?
fire everywhere
In the next 5 minutes? Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
geez,
no!
really?
Yeah. The only reason that my smoke alarm isn't going off is because it started beeping and I took the battery out of it and then bought a new battery. But then I looked inside the fire alarm and it says you're not actually supposed to put a lithium battery in the fire alarm. So my fire alarm is sitting over there without a battery in it, with a battery that would work sitting right next to it, but I can't put it in there because it's lithium ion. And so now my house is burning down and I have no way to know.
God, our lives are so interesting. I wonder if we should continue making a sequel.
So here's a thought experiment.
Okay.
That maybe we can pull in here. You have two options. Either you can kill someone and have Roger.
Sorry, what's the other option?
Jett, you've been threatening to kill both of us this entire time. So.
That's true.
That's slander.
All
right, what's the other option?
So you can... I didn't even finish the first one. You filled K dick.
You can kill somebody. Okay, yeah.
You can kill someone and then have your memory and everyone else's memory all trace that the murder happened erased, right? You don't remember it. No one else remembers it. There is no trace.
Okay.
Or you can have your memory edited so you believe you killed someone.
But you haven't.
But you haven't.
Okay.
Which would you do?
Hey, why would you choose either of them?
Maybe you're forced to, right?
Bro won the trolley problem.
Ooh.
I wouldn't be there. I would never be near a trolley. There isn't good public transport in the United States.
No, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, never go to
You
San
have to go to San Francisco. Yeah, we made the same joke.
Okay. I like that. Nobody, like, a sane person wouldn't pick either option, right? Because that'd be really messed up. But maybe
if the option was to save someone, but believe that you killed someone.
I mean, that's basically what it is, because it's a binary. By deciding to think you killed someone, you are saving a life, because the only other option is to take a life.
And then you
by your own hand.
Dread.
I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then not remember. So what it gets to is it the actual killing that is the moral problem, or is it the effect that a death has on the world and yourself that is the problem?
I think killing someone's a problem.
See, and that's the thing, is most people say, well, I would not kill someone and believe that I...
Well, consider me part of the majority report.
So that I didn't take a life. But then you think you did. And so now what does that do to you as a person? And what does it do to your life and the people around you?
But if I try to turn myself in and no one else believes I did the murder, what happens?
Oh, hey, that's actually good. What if this police state on Mars is so corrupt that instead of stopping the pre-crime or the crimes that they're envisioning with the precogs, they arrest the people, allow them to believe that they committed the murder.
Right, they use the Total Recall memory editing to make them think that they did the murder that they hadn't actually done.
Yeah, and that allows Mars to use slave labor to mine their minerals and whatnot, because obviously if they committed a crime, then nobody cares what happens to that person, even though in reality they hadn't committed a crime.
So I think that's probably the big twist, right? Is there's all this there's this thing that Agatha is thinking is going to happen, this big disaster. Maybe. Or maybe it's smaller scale than that, because this is like but basically the finding out that the Martian pre-crime department, who seems to be operating more legitimately, is actually I don't know. What would be the thing that the Martian police pre-crime department would be saying they're doing?
Well, they need to arrest and enslave a large number of people to complete like a huge project. Maybe they're building a pyramid on Mars. Who freaking knows?
Could be. Or maybe they're building. You know what? Maybe they're building an army to invade Earth. War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
Oh, what if they're just building a massive warhead?
No, mine is better.
Well, we
can't do nuclear bombs, Roger. Nuclear bombs are out.
Yeah, that's on the list that I need
to
edit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the idea that they are building an army of people that like believe they are loyal. So once they have captured people for pre-crime, they're just editing their memories so that they believe they are like loyal soldiers of like the Martian fascist regime. Because they're essentially trying to have a separatist movement and split off from the oppressive
Can we
powers
play
of
with
Earth.
form here and say that this army is actually being propagandized as like the next big thing? Like,
well, here, what we could do is,
I feel like it has to be a mystery.
They can be pandered to, but maybe the army that they're building are the quote unquote survivors of the crimes that they stopped, right? And so they frame like lower class citizens to say, oh, they were about to murder this person, and now since we saved you, you have to commit to our army that we're going to use to invade Earth or whatever with our tripods and whatnot.
Maybe they are predicting when murders are going to happen and then saving those people, but then saying they were still murdered.
Yeah,
so they're basically
right?
Disappearing people.
Yeah.
So they're not even trying to necessarily stop crimes. They've just come up with a moral justification and an excuse.
Yeah, so that way they have two options to work with. They have someone that they can enslave to work the mines, and then someone that they can propagandize and disappear to be part of their own personal
because I think what it is they're still doing pre-crime department, but they're not stopping the murders, right? They're saying we're using our precogs simply as evidence to convict people, right? Mm-hmm. We predict them and then we quote unquote let the murder happen. It's what they say publicly. But then they
don't even have to say that they have a pre-crime department, right? They don't even have to tell people that they have the precogs.
Yeah, just
in secret, they could be like, oh, so this is about to happen. Let's go there and then bag whoever, right?
There has to be something that is the initial premise of we're doing this more ethically than it was done before, but actually it's even more messed up, right? So I think the idea is like, we don't use it to predict crime anymore because that's been decided to be immoral to convict someone of a crime they didn't commit.
Well, I don't think on Mars they would have to abide by the moral standards of Earth, right?
But I think they're doing it so that because I think the idea is they're trying to do like a separatist movement from Earth because they're planning to go to war with Earth. But right now they're still like a colony.
Wait, why are they going to war?
Thumb.
Because fuck Earth, man.
It's Civil War garbage. They want to be able to do whatever they want. But they are still, quote unquote, like under the thumb of...
Oh, yeah. Earth is trying to police...
Earth is still trying to police their colony.
Is taking away the state rights of Mars.
Correct. Is they're removing Mars's rights to have Mars slaves. You know what? You know why it's happening? Because Earth banned the use of replicant labor, which was the slave labor they were using on Mars. So, after all of the events of Blade Runner 2049, where it was revealed that like, okay, like everything that happened in that movie results in like, oh, replicants can actually like have kids and stuff. Replicants get recognized as actual life forms. Slave labor on Mars has been banned. And so Mars...
Technically, Ryan Gosling's death at the end of that movie does not reveal that information to the world. So
it happened off screen. Yeah, but screw them. Regardless, we can say that the replicant thing ended up being like
we can go off the ambiguous
we can do like
ending.
A Dr. Sleep, right? Where like the book was written in is like the book is a sequel to the book, and then the movie is a sequel to the movie.
To the other movie, yeah. Okay.
So this is we leave it ambiguous as to whether or not this is in continuity with Blade Runner as a movie franchise, or if it's only in continuity with Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep.
Sure, but
so
what I want to know. Oh no, go finish your idea.
Yeah. Just to kind of to restate, I think the whole thing. The whole scheme is after replicant labor was banned, Mars wants to get out from under the thumb of Earth so they can continue using the slave labor that their economy was built on. So they hatch this whole plan. They start creating precogs, but they're like publicly.
Ooh.
But because PreCrime is illegal because of Earth law, what they say is we're just using it as evidence to convict murders after the fact.
Sure.
So that the Minority Report can never be a problem. But then actually what they do is they do go in before someone is killed and disappear the person who would be murdered, edit the murderer's memory so that they, with total recall technology, to believe they did commit the murder, then use the precog visions as evidence to convict the murderers.
Yes.
The murderers then go into factory slave labor, and the quote-unquote disappeared, murdered people have their memories edited to be soldiers in an eventual invasion of Earth, which is what Agatha Lively predicts in the future and warns
it
Tom
could
Cruise
be
about.
What she warns him about is an inciting incident that they'll use that Mars will use as justification to go to war with Earth, which would be like a huge like terror attack, right? That kills.
Yes, they're trying to
millions of
manufacture consent for a war that Earth is going to think they can win because Mars doesn't have any kind of a standing army, but they've been building a secret army of homicide victims.
Yeah.
Well, folks, I hope you wrote all of that down with a little legend.
We eventually got there.
That's look, the murder mystery of Minority Report is actually very in-depth and complicated. And I think we've actually come up with like a plot here, right? That is like an actual mystery that Tom Cruise, that Anderton can unveil over the course of the adventure.
As an actual detective. And Arnold Schwarzenegger is the bad guy.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened? Does that happen in a movie? Has he been a bad guy before? Oh, well, Mr. Freeze.
Terminator.
Got it.
And Terminator.
Has Arnold Schwarzenegger been a bad guy before?
Yeah, he killed all those people and in a leather jacket. Yeah.
I haven't seen Total Recall or read it.
Hold on, wait. What's
Anderson's
like? What are his stakes? I guess
he's got kids now.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
Can we just say that one of the kids is now missing and has been reported to die, but he can't see the body because no one allows it?
Oh yeah, one of the freaking kids was went on a trip to Mars. And got disappeared.
That's so messed up. He's like, not again.
Yeah, but this time he's able to solve it and save his kid.
Yeah,
and like hopefully like maybe there's a moral dilemma at the end where like the kid who's undergone like the authoritarian brainwashing with the
like,
Total
really
Recall
likes
thing,
it here.
Has actually ended up like killing someone. And so Tom Cruise
it's gonna be the ending of the actual novel, right? Like
he ends up actually like erasing his own kid's memory of what he did and like covers it up. That'd be a bit dark.
Can the kid be a girl and played by Dakota Fanning?
Yes.
Is there a reason for this?
Yeah, War of the Worlds.
Oh, I'm sorry, folks. I haven't seen that.
And really what it's about is the complacency of those in the British countryside.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah? Was that the full thought?
Yeah, was that it?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we did it. I think we did something.
I think this is actually pretty good.
I think that's actually kind of awesome. I think we did a good one.
Hopefully.
Every now and then, the three of us really pop out something cool. And the real shame of it is, without like Vin Diesel listening to this episode, it's probably never going to happen.
Why Vin Diesel?
It's the only celebrity I could think of in that moment.
Okay, we'll shoehorn. Vin Diesel could be the Colin Farrell character in this movie.
Yeah.
Right?
What if he's
Oh,
Groot?
right.
What if he's Groot?
I feel that feels crossovery.
No,
Yeah,
different one.
We got to come up with a name for this movie.
Total Report.
Jett, anything?
Recall Report. I don't know.
Total. I get it now.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh no, it doesn't work.
D-
Minority Recall.
Actually,
do androids recall
no.
total minorities?
Oh man.
Do androids minority recall?
Electric sheep. Got it. There it is.
Electric sheep are a minority. Recall?
Recall.
Do you recall?
Electric sheep minorities. Philip K. Dick and his naming conventions.
I'm sure there's something in there.
Total Dick.
Oh,
That's it. That's the whole title.
I really thought you were going to be like Total Dick Recall, but
I was, and then I thought it was funnier to just stop.
yeah,
there.
Total Dick is pretty good.
Oh, he also did The Man in the High Castle. I forgot about that. And Scanner Darkly. We didn't incorporate either of those.
Total Blade Report of the Worlds.
What
Honestly,
about just signed in triplicate? Because
Signed in triplicate.
Because
I
we got
honestly do like Total Report. It's the whole thing. It's all of it.
It doesn't have
sure.
Blade Runner in it. It's got
Total
Blade
Report
Runner in it.
Total Report Runner. Blade Report Total.
Blade Report.
Replicant
I
Port.
miss Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you'll eventually pick a name somewhere in that mess.
Sure. Why not?
Well, dear listeners, let's hope that this is the movie that wins us our freedom. Fingers crossed. But if that doesn't happen, you can expect another episode from us eventually. And does anybody else have any groundskeeping? That's not the word.
Housekeeping, yeah.
Housekeeping.
If you're enjoying the show, you could
trimming the shrubs,
Yeah.
mowing the lawn, planting
Pruning
clover for a
the
more
trees.
sustainable, ecological lawn.
Anyways, if you're enjoying this, you can do a few things for us. You can leave a review, a comment, you can tell a friend about it, and you can check out some of the other stuff that we've been doing, such as our other podcasts, Paranormal Dudes, where Roger and I read spooky-ish stories off of Reddit, and then I make fun of them, I guess. And then you can also catch Jett on his YouTube channel, Jett Kuso. YouTube.com/Jett Kuso. Jeez. Had an aneurysm there.
There you go.
Please watch my new video about Five Nights at Freddy's. Please. Nothing
Yeah,
gets nothing gets views in January.
I do want to point out, in that video, you said that it's okay to like movies if they simply make you feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm going to remember that for every movie we watch on this podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's
I
funny?
stand by that.
Is this episode won't come out for like a month.
Yeah.
But you did promote that same video in the one that comes out this week, so that works.
But hey,
There we go. You can cut out of this one then.
All right, we'll catch you guys next time on Sequel Factory for part 2.
The sequel.
continued?
I hope so.
Yeah, fingers crossed.